Types of goals. I want to look at the different types of goals. There are actually three major types of goals. One of it is short-term goals. Short-term goals. So these are smaller, immediate objectives, are typically achievable within days, weeks, or a few months. Okay? So these are goals that you decide you want to achieve within a short period. It could be a few days. For example, one of the things you will soon understand is when you are going out every day, you will have to have goals for each day. What's my goal for today? What's my goal for this week? What's my goal for this month? Okay, these are short-term goals. Okay, the other one is medium-term goals. Medium-term goals. Goals set for a longer period spanning several months to a few years. Okay, so these are goals that you have set for yourself for just few years, like 1 year. Sometimes it could be few months. For example, in the next 6 months, I'm going to have a diploma in ABC. My goal for these 3 months is to learn computing. My goal for the next 4 months is to learn how to speak French effectively. It's a goal. My goal for today is to make sure I finish listening to all the messages that were preached in 2023. It is a goal. Those are short-term goals. So you set these goals to help you achieve longer-term goals. Okay, so we have short-term goals, we have medium-term goals, and then we have long-term goals. And I always advise this. These are actually goals that could be your lifetime goals. Okay, they are broader, overreaching objectives that might take years or even a lifetime to achieve. Question: where do you see yourself in the next 30 years? Hello? Where do you see yourself in 30 years' time? You see, whenever we talk about goals, some of you only think it's what you want to achieve next year. You should be able to have goals for your 20 years. Do you know I have a goal for my 100 years? Because I know I will reach 100. Yes. I'll reach 100. And that's not far. It's not far. I have a goal for my 100 years. As far as I can remember, no, we are talking about long-term goals. Since my wife was 28, she has been telling me about her goal when she gets to 40. And all of us know her 40th year goal in the house. When she gets to 40. And I was reminding her recently that it's around the corner. Yes. She's smiling seriously because it's just in about 2 years or so, right? Yes. In about 2 years or so, she'll be 40, and I'm expecting that goal to be fulfilled because she has been telling me that for 10 years. Some of you think age is secret. It's children that used to hide their age. So, long term. Are you with me? Long-term goals. Long-term goals. So, you say, okay, when I get to 50, this is where I should be. And I always tell you, there was a message I preached on things you should achieve before you get to 40. Right? And I said, before you get to 40, How many of you can still remember that? Okay. Uh-huh. You must have assets. Uh-huh. Yeah. And one of the things I said is before you get to 40, in fact, before you get to 30, you are supposed to know how to drive. Huh? Yes, that's the asset she talked about. You should not get to 40 and still be owing money. You should not get to 30 and you cannot drive yet. You are not ready for success. How many of you here can drive? Let me see you. You can drive. Okay. Praise God. You see, goals. So you could make it your next year goal. I must learn how to drive. You see, these things will make you serious in the year. Hey, hello. Hello. And your goals, you don't hide it under your pillow. Just in case. You paste it. So that every morning you wake up, it will greet you. And say, I still dey here. Oh. I still dey here, unfulfilled. Are you getting me? I want to read 10 books in 2024. Paste it there. So every morning you wake up and a book is staying in front of you and say, oh. It will remind you. So you must have long-term goals. Have goals for your 30 years time. I'm not saying when you get to 30. Goals of the next 30 years. Goals of the next 10 years. Yes. Might not make sense now. But do you know you can start having goals for your children's education even though you just married? Goals. You can begin to save and invest for their education. That is long term. Some of you, any savings that you cannot collect within 2 months. When you talk about investment, all you are looking at is which one I will sell tomorrow. Can't I say next week, won't the money come out? They'll tell you to do long-term investments now. You say, I know Christians are fond of this. They believe in faith so much that they feel that the future is secured. You hear them say things like, don't worry, how can I be preparing for 5 years from now? Is there no God in heaven? Hello? Can I be more practical? How many of you believe that in 5 years ago, how many of you believe this is where your level will be now? If they met you 5 years ago, you'd have been saying now that 5 years time. No, by then I should have bought a big Jeep now. No. If I am not saying the truth, tell me, is that true or not? If they check your life, you were more sure of your next 5 years than even being sure of your life. Say, So if I had told you 5 years ago to start saving to 2,000 every month, you say, this man, you don't even know what's in the plan for my life. 5 years ago, if I had told you that every month, just be putting 5K. Every month, just be dropping 5K into an account. And leave it. I say, this man, you don't get faith too. I think saying a pastor even be. Just come on for 5,000. What is 5,000? But if you have been saving 5,000 for the past 5 years, as this year is ending now, you'd have had 300K in your account. And I believe for most of you here, 300K can do something for you right now, right? Can 300K do anything for you? You see that? But you were too sure of the next 5 years that you wouldn't take any of such advice. Plan for your year. Did you hear me? Plan for long term. Tell someone long term. Yes, have long-term vision. Have long-term vision. Now that I'm preparing like this, when I marry, what will happen to my children? I'm already thinking of my children's marriage. I'm thinking of their PhD studies. I am thinking long-term. So when I write visions, I write long-term, I write medium-term, I write short-term. So when you are writing your vision, have your long-term vision. When you ask me my next 30 years, I know where I will be. And so I work every day to achieve that. Okay? So